今天我们讨论《大般若经》第74品，初分无性自性品 ，No nature self nature。这个我觉得应该是 No nature as self nature， 更清楚一点。第一段，
看看它内容再说。
对，语法觉相 ，awaken the phenomena of all. Buddha told Subhuti, you asked, if this is great awakened way, then what is Buddha way? Subhuti, this great awakened way is also Buddha way, which means great awakened, awaken to the phenomenon of all. Then will obtain all phenomenon wisdom from this, cut off forever all habits. If all thus coming, worship qualified and perfect enlightened, by the wonderful wisdom correspondent with all Dharma, awaken to equal awakening in a split second, achieved the ultimate perfect enlightenment. Subhuti, such great awakened, is different than Buddha, the same as herd awakened and long awakened, although they are sent, but there are differences in practice, direction, and results. 位异法同 results are different, the way is the same. As such, Subhuti, in the uninterrupted practicing road, practice everything but not yet detached from darkness and obstacles, not yet arrived at the other shore, not yet being free, not yet obtained desired results, then it is called great awakened. In the liberation road, practice everything, detached from darkness and obstacles, arrived at the other shore, obtained the desired result, then it is called thus coming, worship qualified, perfect enlightened. Subhuti, this is the difference between great awakened and Buddha. Although the results are different, the way is the same. 造业因缘 reasons of making deeds. Buddha told Subhuti, it is, as you said, everything's self-phenomenon is Kong. In the self-phenomenon Kong, there is no difference of individual, achievables, and ripening results can be obtained. But sentient beings cannot fully understand the nature of everything self-phenomenon Kong. Due to this reason, make all deeds which are make guilt deeds, make reward deeds, make non-unshaking deeds, or make non-leaking deeds. 应该是 Because of made the guilt deeds fall to hell, animal, or ghost realms. Dimensions. Because of made reward deeds, be born in human or desire heaven realm. Because of non-shaking deeds, be born in form or formless realm. Because of made non-leaking deeds, obtain herd awakened or long awakened attainments. If knowing all self-phenomena is Kong, then enter great awakened state, or achieve the ultimate perfect enlightenment. Due to this reason, great awakened practice comprehensive giving, 六度, skillful means, wonderful wills, superpowers, and intelligence. 这是10度了 Immerse in inner Kong, immerse in outer Kong. Subhuti, this great week can practice such enlightenment ways without interruption and shortage and complete it fully. After completed fully, then it can trigger the dearly helpful enlightenment, diamond-like thing. Achieve the ultimate perfect enlightenment, be called thus coming, worship qualified, perfect enlightened. Benefit and provide safety and joys to immeasurable sentient beings. Whatever achieved will not be lost or damaged. And because of the not lost or damaged, will not fall into birth and death's will and those dimensions. Buddha said, Subhuti, if those sentient beings know that self-phenomenon of everything is Kong, then it should be said that the great awakened seek achieving the ultimate perfect enlightenment. Establish the superior teachings with skillful means. Relieve sentient beings from being born and die in evil dimensions. Subhuti, because sentient beings do not know that the self-phenomenon of everything is Kong, flow and turn into the various dimensions, get immeasurable sufferings. So great awakened heard from Buddhas about the self-phenomenon of all is Kong, seek achieving the ultimate perfect enlightenment, establish the superior teachings with skillful means, relieve sentient beings from being born and die in evil dimensions. Subhuti, great awakened always think this way. It is not that everything does have self-phenomenon, as those foolish and common people attached. But because of their upside-down differentiating power, in the non-existence, existence thought arises, which means in non-self, self-thought arises. Sentient beings to seer thought arise. In non-form, form arises.
起我想、有想，这个想、设想，这个 form 是被动，这个 form 自己不会 rise。
thought rise 对，您说哪里 ？In non-self, self-thought arises. Sentient beings to see in non-form, form, no 哦对，您说的对 ，form thought, form thought，
它不是这个 form 自己跑出来的，
对，
是众生在无色中起了设想，
对，
对不对啊？不是这个 form arise， 是这个众生起了这个 form 的这个设想，
对，
所以这个它是被动，不是主动。
rises， 想法升起了。这个想法的升起是自己升起来的。
想法的升起也不是自己升起来，是你去想啊，它才会起啊。这个法本身不会自己跑起来。
那就 self-thought being arise, being a reason。
对，它是被动，不是主动。这个起实有想也是被动，起我想也是被动，起见者想也是被动，起设想也是被动。 它是被想，而不是自己跑出来的。
好，谢谢老师。Because of such upside-down differentiating power, aroused the actual existence thought in the non-existence. 那就是 the actual existence thought is a reason in the non-existence, forcibly attached to and disturb their own minds, make good and evil deeds in body, word, and consciousness, cannot be relieved from being born and die in those evil dimensions. I should help to liberate them. Subsumed by comprehensive wisdom. Subhuti, Great Awakened thought about this. Then practice comprehensive practices. Subsume all good dharma to comprehensive wisdom. Practice Great Awakened practices without upside down. Gradually complete all the enlightenment existences. Once complete them all, then achieve the ultimate perfect enlightenment.
你这个资粮，
资粮分 existence. Distance. Distance. 资粮不知道怎么翻，但是 existence 应该也有这个词，就是辅助的。
不是这个意思啊。资粮就比如说这个大乘五位的第一个就资粮位，第二个是加行位，第三是见道位。所以的资粮位是累积你的福德智慧两种资粮。所以这个assistance 就变成是助道。当然资粮也是助道，但是它跟助道不一样。助道是这个是 action 啊，资粮是你的福德智慧，就是你要有这个具足了这个资粮位。就换句话说，你就是 bank 里面要有钱啊，就是这么意思才能买房子，这叫资粮。
Complete all the enlightenment. 资粮。materials
应该 mirror 就是功德福德智慧嘛。
mirrors
mirrors 可能比 assistant 要
OK
要切题一点。
好，谢谢老师。mirrors。下一段 After achieved enlightenment, proclaim and demonstrate, differentiate and establish for all sentient beings the four awakening steps, which are suffering, collecting of suffering, 就是 end of suffering, way of suffering end. Then subsume all enlightenment paths to such four awakening paths. Then establish Buddha treasure, Dharma treasure, monk treasure, all enlightenment paths. Because of the appearance of these three treasures to the world, all sentient beings are relieved from birth and death. If sentient beings cannot take refuge and believe in Buddha, Dharma, and monk treasures and make all these then they will turn into every dimensional destinies and get endless sufferings. Buddha told Subhuti, it's not that nirvana is obtained from suffering awakening steps, nor from suffering wisdom. It's not that nirvana is obtained from collecting of suffering awakening step, nor from collecting of suffering wisdom. It is not that nirvana is obtained from suffering and awakening step, nor from suffering and wisdom. It is not that nirvana is obtained from way of suffering and awakening step, nor from suffering and wisdom. So, but I see the equality nature of the four awakening path is nirvana. Such nirvana is not obtained from suffering, collecting, suffering and way of suffering and, nor from suffering, collecting, suffering and way of suffering and wisdom, but obtained from awakening to the equality nature of comprehensive wisdom. Buddha told Subhuti, from there, no suffering, wisdom, no collecting wisdom. 就是四圣谛和四圣谛的智。不念。圣谛平等。All truth, Dharma realm, Dharma nature, non-falsity, non-changeable, Dharma determination. 这个也不念，这些都是这个10个这个还是12个真如的名字，这一切都平等的意思。18段 One great way can practice comprehensive wisdom for awakening to the four awakening paths, equality nature. Practice the comprehensive wisdom. If they could awaken to the four awakening paths, equality nature, then it is really awakening to all truths. Buddha told Subhuti, one great way can practice comprehensive wisdom. There isn't anything that they do not see as they are. When they see everything as it is, then it is unobtainable of everything. When being unobtainable of everything, then it is say all is空 as it is. Which are say as it is that everything is空, whether it's subsumed or not subsumed by the four awakening paths. Saying like this, then it can enter the great awakened perfect nature detached from all origination. Because of able to entering great awakened perfect nature detached from origination, they then reside in a great awakened state. Remorse. After remorse in the great awakened stage, then they are surely will not retrogress, which is retrogressing to hard awakened, long awakened.
这个种性怎么翻的？
就是 great awakened state.
种性。Perfect 说是 awakened stage.
State 就是 great awakened 这个种性呢，就是说你这个 being great awakened 这个状态。种性一般应该是一个印度词，因为印度种性很那什么明显，所以它用种性这个词。它意思就是这个种性其实也就是一个你的 status， 你的一个状态， 一个 status。您说呢
？status 是对，没有错，是一个分阶级的一个种姓。人家有这个菩萨种姓、小圣种姓，什么都是讲习惯性用这个字啊。但是这个字呢 ，status 可能比 stay 要好一点。
？OK，
是不是啊？
它是一个对，是一个 status， 是一个 declaration。
对，它是它是个区别的一个标准，是吧
？OK， 好，谢谢老师。20多 ，This great weekend are immersed in the great weekend status。status 没法 immerse。Then can trigger the full silence observing, and the full unlimited mind, and the full formless state. This great weekend immersed in such dim state can determine on everything and awaken to full awakened paths. This great weekend, although they know everything about the suffering, do not attach to it. Although cut off the collecting forever, do not attach to it. Although awakened to the suffering end, not attached to it. Although practice the way of suffering end, do not attach to it. Only go toward ultimate perfect enlightenment. Observe the real phenomenon of all. Buddha says to Buddha, this great weekend, observe all is空。这就是九地菩萨，一切皆空。就是上回您说的话是八地菩萨观一切都是性，九地菩萨观一切都是空。22段，观自相空。苏菩提 ，This weekend, observe all self phenomena is 空。苏菩提 ，This great weekend, use such in observing. Observe all is 空 as it is. Do not see self-nature of everything. Cannot reside in such nature. Then achieve the ultimate perfect enlightenment. Why?
毗婆舍那，你这边是
毗婆舍那，
这边是怎么翻的？
毗婆舍那就是定和就是止和观，定和观，我就是用定 and observing。或者就是观，
因为这毗婆舍那是一个梵文的专有名词，它是讲的这个不净观吧，是主要是。
不是，毗婆舍那就是一种观的方法，就是观，就是
主席观。
哎，对。就是维帕萨那，就是那个对属息观呀、不净观呀，各种各样的观。
属息观的意思
不是属息观，就是观的意思。
啊？
就是观的意思。就是属系观也是它，那个不定观也是它，什么观都是它。观就如实观，就这个观。
那个宝林啊，宝林没上来。
那就要不就用原
不是，你去
范文
再 verify 一下Vipassana，我记得是，我不一定记对啊，是专门指属习观。它一共有2个甘露门嘛，2个甘露门，一个是属习观，一个是Vipassana，一个是什么另外什么沙那，所以一个是讲属习观，一个是讲不净观，这是2个甘露门，它是2个专有名词。所以这边这个Vipassana这是专有名词，专门是指的属习观才对。Anyway， 你再 verify 一下好不好？我不是很确定啊。
Vipassana应该不是属习观，Vipassana就是各种各样的观。
好吧，再去确定一下。
好 ，Observe all is 空 as it is. Do not see self-nature of anything. Cannot reside in such nature. Then achieve the ultimate perfect enlightenment. 你看这个观嘛，它就是用这个观 everything， 关键诸法皆空，叫 Vipassana， 应该是 Vipassana 呀。完了。No nature as self-nature. So Buddha's ultimate perfect enlightenment and everything. No nature as self-nature. Such no nature is not made by Buddha, or lone awakened, or great awakened, or herd awakened in attainments, but just for sentient beings. Not perceive and see everything, as all is Kung. Due to this reason, great awakened practice comprehensive wisdom with all skillful means. Lecture for sentient beings for truth, to make them detached from attaching to suffering of death.
所以从这一段可以看出来啊，我们的这个标题哈，标题就是 no nature self nature 有没有？应该加个 s 了。
对，无性而为自性，对。
对，所以它是一个东西，不是2个东西了。
对，以无性为自性，就是它自性就是无性。
所以你的标题呢要加个 s。
对，你说的对，谢谢老师。刚才已经加了，24段 ，Because of these deeds, establish hell. Because of these deeds, establish animal dimension. Because of these deeds, establish ghost dimension. Because of these deeds, establish human world. Because of these deeds, establish 14 heaven. Because of these deeds, establish 33 heaven. Because of these deeds, establish Yama heaven. Because of these deeds, establish. What owner, the no self dharma has no functioning. So how to say it? From such a dharma, born in hell. From such dharma, born in animal. 不用念。Buddha told Sutra, it is, as you said, in no self, it may not establish that there are differences in dharma, as there is no deeds, no result, no function. Those idiots and common people who do not know the great teachings and precepts and do not understand that everything self-nature is no nature. So they are foolishly making various body, word, consciousness deeds, resulting in being manifested in various bodies because of different deeds. Due to such body types, differences, fictitiously established hell, animal, ghost dimension, and human, fictitiously established. So, but if we're relieving those idiots and common people suffering from birth and death because of their foolishness and upside down, establish the enlightenment ways and precepts, classification differences, and according to those different classifications, establish stream enter, one return, no return, arhat, long weekend, great weekend, and that's coming, worship qualified and perfect enlightened. All Dharma has no nature as their self-nature. In no nature, there's actually no different Dharma. No this, no result, no functioning. Dharma of no nature is always no nature. World owner, all those who practiced are no nature. Swim enter, one enter, no return, and arahant attainments are no nature. Everything's no nature. No nature and the Tao and all of this Dharma are not correspondent or not non-correspondent. No form, no side, no relative, no phenomenon. Which is non-phenomenon. Idiots and common people being foolish and upside down in the non-phenomenon Dharma falsely differentiate that their existence and attach to 5 aggregates. In non-permanent, arouse the permanent thought. In suffering, arouse the joy thought. In non-self, arouse the self-thought. In non-pure, arouse the pure thought. In no nature, attach to the existing nature. In non-permanent, permanent thought, a reason. In suffering, joy thought, a reason. In non-self, self-thought, a reason. Non-pure, pure thought, a reason. In non-nature. Due to this reason, this great weekend practice comprehensive wisdom, achieve understanding skillful means, save such sentient beings, bring them out from force upside down. Force upside down. Harbor them in the non-phenomenal Dharma, help them diligently study it to relieve from birth and death, awaken to the absolute, always joyful nirvana. Nothingness is down to the tip of a hair. It is real, not force. Foolish and common people attach to it and make all these. Due to this, they reincarnate to the different dimensional destinies, cannot be relieved from birth and death and the rest sufferings. Only upside down, falsely attachments. I'm not telling you all the feet of metaphors show the principles to make it easy to understand. Those who are wise, because of these metaphors, understand the principle correctly. So what do you think? When you see people enjoy the 5 desire realm joys in their dreams, are there any real activities that could make them enjoy the joys? No, well departed. The people in the dream is not real, let alone the activities that could make the people enjoy the desire real joys. There's nothing in the world or supramundane in leaking or non-leaking, in conditional or unconditional. That is not like the activities in the dream. Things in the dream are not real, cannot be established, is not established, and there's no practice ways, let alone practicing it for detaching from defiling and obtaining silence and pure. The images appear in the mirror are not real. Only could confuse foolish children. How could it be dependent on? To make various deeds, and from the deeds being fell to evil dimensions or born to heaven or human. The images in the mirror are not real, cannot be established, is not established, and there is no practice ways, let alone practice it for detaching from defiling and obtaining silence and pure. 这个后边都一样。
都一样吗？
后边就是他们是镜中像，他们是骨想，
对，
他们是梦中像，都没有法，全一样。The water showing up in the scorching sun vapor is not real, but confusing foolish eyes. How could it be relied upon to make any deeds, and due to the deeds make fell to evil dimensions and born in heaven or human? 这一样。阳焰水为水，阳焰水无实，非能摄，非所摄。定无有法，如阳焰水。这一样，光影只是 confuse foolish eyes， 无实，非能摄，非所摄，修道所无。无有法，非如光影。也一样。Imaginary elephants and horses and the rest are not real, but confusing foolish children. How could it be relied upon to make any deeds, and due to the deeds made fell to evil dimensions, born in heaven or human? 幻马幻象，非能摄，非所摄。定无有法，非如相等，不幻者。这变化身 all transformed bodies are not real, but confusing foolish children. How could it be relied upon? 非能摄，非所摄，无所依，不能离清净。也不能生出天。这样，寻相城中所见无类，都无实事。Not real, cannot be established, are not established. No practice ways, let alone the detaching from defiling because of practicing all the ways and the obtaining silence and purity. 定无有法，非如寻相城中所见无类。In it, there is no one who are real defiled, purified. 都无实染杂者及清净者。59段。Such as those who are defiled and purified, they are not real. Due to this reason, defiling and purifying are not real. Why so put it? The sentient beings who are residing in self and off self firstly differentiate, thought they are ones who are defiled and purified. It's not that they actually see ones who are defiled and purified. If they see the truth, then they know there's no ones who are defiled and purified. As such, there's no defiling and purifying either.